Alright people, we're going to be starting in about 5 minutes, so hang tight. See, I got 8 viewers on deck. What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Off the Chain, episode number 8. Make sure you guys call in. I got the number on the screen. Let's get this conversation rolling tonight. We're going to be talking about EOS, Litecoin, and whatever else you guys want to talk about, really. But let's hang in there. We'll be starting, I would say, about 5 minutes here. Yeah, 17 viewers on. What's good, everybody? Let me see what the chat room's looking like. Do a roll call really quickly. So we got Seasider 702. What's good, my man? He said here, hoping to sell off EOS before June 1st. Looks like we'll be just registering it in HODL. The new beginning. What's good, man? James D. What's up, people? I'm just trying to wait for a few people to get in here. I also want you guys, this show really is about the hotline, you know, talking to you guys live and direct. So I want you guys to make sure you call in. Don't be scared. Give me a call. 669-900-6833, and the code is on the screen there. Let me take these headphones off. Give me a call, people. Bug Killer, what's good, baby? Aaron Ellis. We got Crips Shada. What's going on, everybody? All right, I gotta fix my my chat window here is messed up. So give me a second before we get started. I'm gonna have that pulled up because I like to see what you guys are talking about while I'm talking. So just give me a second. And once I get that connected, we'll get started, people. Omar, what's going on? Shlamboni, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. What's good? Nano Joe. Alright, cool. We got one caller in queue now, so that's good. Caller, just sit tight. We got 2 callers now. Actually, it's the same number. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but we'll get to you in a second. All right, let me see if I can connect this chat room here, guys. Let's see here. I don't know how I got disconnected in the first place. Caller, call me back. I saw you were in queue twice. Just call back and you'll be good to go. We'll get you started. All right, I got my chat room connected, people. What's going on? Finally. So yeah, tonight we're gonna be talking about. I got 3 topics to go over with you guys. One being the Nasdaq is actually looking to possibly back a few altcoins. So we're going to talk about that. One, you guys of course know, actually you know all of them, but one you guys will probably be very excited about. Second thing, we're going to talk about this TUSD. This is a new stable token or stable coin. I talked about it earlier this week. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about this EOS. How do you guys plan on positioning yourselves before and after the mainnet launch? So should be enough for us to really cover tonight in about an hour and some change. All right, so look what's going on, people. So as you can see below, I got the game live. It starts at 9. I'll be kind of in the middle of live streaming with you guys, so hopefully we can get that scoreboard feeding through correctly. So that's what's going to be down there tonight instead of the ticker symbols or token symbol for Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. I think the game is more important tonight. I don't know about you. All right, so again, I just kind of went over what we're going to talk about tonight. Let me fade this music back a little bit. Let's do this. Let's talk about the charts really quickly, if we can. Yeah, let's see if I can do a refresh. So as we speak, not looking too good, people. We're back. Actually, we've made new lows. So this is not a good sign, in my opinion. I think at this point, if we can't get back above here in the next 12 hours, above this 73 area, we're heading lower. We're heading to 6,600, I think. Unfortunately, it's unfortunate, man. I was hoping that the Bears would lose some steam here and the Bulls would pick up, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. John Hill, what's good? I appreciate the donation. He said another move down to my yo, John Hill is the most consistent troll, friendly troll though, but consistent, man. He's been telling me Bitcoin's going to 199 for months now. That is hilarious, man. Love it, man. Love it, John. Appreciate the tip. Yeah, we're going, matter of fact, tomorrow I'm going to update the chart and I'm going to put your name down by $1.99. How about that, John? But yeah, so it's not looking good currently. Like I said, I've got the lines drawn. I think my next resistance is the 6,600. That's where I think we're heading. We could possibly stop at 72. That may be really our last hope there, 7,200. But other than that, yeah, we're heading lower. 6,600 is where I think we're going. So let me get to this caller since we have someone on the line now. Let's do that, and then we'll get into the actual topics for tonight. Caller on the line. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Talk to me.
What's up, Crypto Blood? It's Steve from Buffalo.
Steve, what's going on, Steve? You've called in before. How are you, man?
I'm pretty good. I actually thought there was another caller on the line, so I was like, oh man, like I better hurry up and get there. He vanished.
Yeah,
vanished. He's gone, huh?
Yeah, it was they called twice somehow. It was 2 entries for the same number.
Weird.
It was pretty weird, but yeah, man, what's going on with you, man? It's been did you call? You didn't call in last weekend, or not last weekend. I was in New York, but the weekend before, did you?
Yeah,
you did.
Yeah, I talked to you like 2 or 3 times. I just kept calling.
Okay, that's cool. Hey,
keep coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I was calling, I kind of missed like the topics. I know you're talking about EOS. I know you're talking about Litecoin. What particular thing about Litecoin are you talking about? Like I saw your video today, like about like the hash rate like surpassing like ETH, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So today I'll pull it up right now. Then actually, let's do that.
Right.
Let me see here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I'll pull it up right now. So today on the Litecoin tip, we're actually talking about Nasdaq, man. It looks like Nasdaq is gonna possibly back Litecoin as far as I think their new, they're looking to do an exchange as well. So I can just go ahead and read through this really quickly while I have you on the phone, and then we can talk about it. Yeah, so it says here, Nasdaq, the US-based stock exchange, has recently begun to get involved in the world of cryptocurrencies. Earlier this spring, Nasdaq CEO suggested that the stock exchange could develop a cryptocurrency exchange platform at some time in the future, although she did not specify when or exactly how that would take place. So that's the first little area. It goes on to talk about, through this partnership, Gemini will utilize some of Nasdaq's tools for monitoring exchange activity in an effort to increase security. Given these developments, it's perhaps unsurprising that Nasdaq has also published an article detailing 3 cryptocurrencies it believes to be the best bets going forward. So as you can see maybe on your screen, we've got Stellar. They're talking about Stellar. They're talking about Litecoin and Bitcoin. And let me just read what they have to say about Litecoin. It says the second digital cryptocurrency Nasdaq singled out was Litecoin. The exchange wrote that one of the major factors tipped to drive momentum to Litecoin's value is BlockNet's announcement that LTC will soon function as a cross-blockchain decentralized app. Again, partnerships between companies within and outside of the digital currency would have helped to fuel Nasdaq's faith in Litecoin's potential. There you have it, man. What do you think about that? I didn't even know about this blockchain, BlockNet's announcement about Litecoin. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, I know. That's because I imagine for you, like as a content creator, there's got to be a lot of work.
Oh man, it is.
Doing like your whole thing. So you actually like tend to probably miss out on most of the news because once again, like I know that you don't follow like other YouTubers, so like you're so concentrated like on yourself, and you have to be. I get that, but you probably actually miss a lot of this, like a news, because there's so much news, especially like in the past like 3 months, like coming out rapid fire everywhere, right? All positive. That unless, well, see, like I'm pretty fortunate. Like I have a job that like I basically like I have free reign. So as long as I keep on working everybody, I can have headphones in.
Right.
So I just listen to crypto videos all day. So like, I have like an advantage as far as like keeping up on the whole community and hearing things where I'm sure, I mean, it's got to be a pain in the ass to, keep putting out content and like preparing and all that. So like you keep missing like all this big news, and there's so much. And it's basically like a 24-hour news cycle.
Yeah, it's no way I could. Yeah, exactly.
Like, nothing lingers like the next day. Like, oh, did you hear this? Because most people are just so focused on just the price that news like almost doesn't matter, because that's all that's coming out. is just wonderful news, right?
Yeah.
So, like Tom Lee from Fundstrat, he's got that misery index, and that's not that. Like people are not too happy holding Bitcoin, and I would assume that Litecoin is basically the same thing. Obviously, like its little brother, but and like that's because people they only care about money. I mean, I care about money too. I'd be a fool or lying to you if I told you otherwise.
Right.
But as far as the technology goes, like this shit is rapid fire, 24/7, right?
24, bro. Like I only do one video
like
a day.
Nonstop.
Yeah, I only do one video a day, and normally I'm picking like two topics, man, two news articles. It is just no way. Like you said, I'll be spending all day trying to find.
Pick, like, what's important.
Yeah. So that's what do you think about this news though? About Nasdaq having a radar or an eye on Litecoin, Stellar, and of course we know probably Bitcoin.
I see Litecoin. I think it was the last time you did like one of these. I don't know if you said that you're kind of like kind of iffy on Litecoin or like that. You haven't heard much like announcements.
Yeah.
Right. And like me and like my buddy Don there, like we talk all the time. We're like under the impression that like Charlie Lee is actually helpful the less he talks. Like he's not a salesman. Like he's better at putting work in. So he's from MIT, okay? He went to MIT, right?
Yep.
And that's all technology. So it seems that he is still very like wrapped up with those guys, and that like he's also like very like wrapped up like in the Lightning Network. So he doesn't say much. You don't hear much about the coin. He's not a pumper, right? So like that's why like Litecoin, like a lot of people like it, but a lot of people like are like, it's unnecessary. But he's not out there pumping his coin. It does seem like to me behind the scenes like that dude is putting in work. So that's my opinion. Then Litecoin also has, its correlation like to Bitcoin. They basically use it as a test net. It's on Coinbase. Like America is obviously like the richest country like in the world, and just being on Coinbase is very important.
That's bullish.
Because
that's very bullish.
Yeah,
being on. So when I actually
very select few coins, and now it's going on Gemini. And the Winklevoss twins, like someone asked them, like, "What do you think of Litecoin?" And their first word out of their mouth was testnet. So like they basically. They don't want to go live on Bitcoin unless it's tested somewhere else. So that right there, if you believe in Bitcoin, you have to believe in Litecoin because that's where they're testing all their shit. I know on the Lightning Network, Charlie Lee, I think he was one of the, I know it's a digital currency group. I know it's that dude from Square, Jack Dorsey's anything. And then I know Charlie Lee's like wrapped up in that somehow too. So
yeah, I just need to see, man. I just need to see progress with some of these partnerships and stuff. I think if that comes, because at the end of the day, man, there is very low.
But you're kind of missing news, right? Like you're kind of missing some news. I'm like Abra, okay, like so now they're utilizing like Litecoin, like smart contract, and that's important. It's not like the biggest thing in the world, but that's important. If you follow Charlie's Twitter, in my opinion. From the outside, like it looks like that they are positioning themselves like to be a mainstream crypto. Like they could be accepted, and I know your point of view about like if you keep gaining value, like how are you going to be like a means of exchange? And I totally agree with you. I mean, 'cause I don't want to spend nothing that's going to appreciate in value. It's like it'd be absolutely foolish to do that. Like why would you do that?
Right.
So I see that point of view. But they are quietly behind the scenes, like like it seems like they're pretty well positioned. And you take that and you add their correlation, like with Bitcoin, it seems like a winner. But like to play like devil's advocate, like you could say, like besides like the little testnet effect, what's the point of Litecoin if you got Bitcoin and the Lightning Network works well and all that shit? So
yeah. Well, we'll see, man. I just think that Yeah, it is tricky, and you know, with these cryptocurrencies, I've got another call on the line, but I want to just wrap that up and say, with these cryptocurrencies, the barrier to entry is very low. So now it's all about, I mean, you know, it's open source, so anyone can take the code from Litecoin, Bitcoin, or whatever, and that's why you have these thousands of coins. Now it's more about which one is going to take that second place and get those partnerships in brick and mortar and online with, like you said, with Abra and you know, the Nasdaq looking at them. I think it's gonna end up being a nice, healthy bid up under Litecoin, but price wise, I don't know.
That's right. Man. Like I told you, well, yeah, price. So like it's either like one of two things: either like Bitcoin is overvalued or Litecoin is undervalued. Right. You can't have it both ways. It's one or the other. It's either like Bitcoin is. I mean, like I know it's the king. Like I expect it's like market. Like its market dominance will probably fall. You know, time goes on.
Yeah, it will.
You know, real movers and shakers and technology like comes along. But you can't have it both ways. Like it's neither like undervalued or Bitcoin is in a massive bubble and they're overestimating like its importance.
Right.
And then
yeah,
I think I told you last time I talked to you about like Charlie Lee possibly like getting in and buying that bank because they're trying to get a seat at the table.
Yeah, I remember you said that.
So they can settle some. Like when you talk about like the barrier to entry, it's basically that's the powers that be controlling what makes it to mainstream, right? So you're not going to see like Monero up there because if they want to shut that shit down, they will shut it down. Because like when you get to Bitcoin and Litecoin, well, without privacy features, that's ideal. Like, because you can track every goddamn thing that you do forever.
Yeah, and so
like
you made a
like
good
a police state.
You made a good point about is either Litecoin and a few of the other altcoins are truly undervalued or Bitcoin is overvalued. And I'm going to go with the latter and say Bitcoin is overvalued. Doesn't mean it will come down. It just may mean that it won't grow as fast and the other ones will kind of catch up to it a little bit in the future. But I got to take this other caller, man. I appreciate your call. And I'm
going to call you back.
And call me back on the, yeah, call me back. All right. All right, before I get to the next caller, I want to just give a shout out to Big O for the super chat. I appreciate it, brother. He said, a little off topic, what's your take on the NBA Finals? I think Warriors here are going to blow them out the water tonight at home. So I think Warriors in the finals. And I'm up in the air about the Boston Cavs, man. I want Boston to win. I don't want to see LeBron there again. But I feel like the refs are just going to just call it for Cleveland. So we'll see, man. I want to see Warriors versus Boston. That's what I really want to see. But we'll see, man. Thanks for the chat, though, the super chat. Norm B, before I take this caller, Norm B says, you can take the code, but you can't take the minds behind it. That's very true. That's very true. So let me get to this other caller here. Call on the line. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Talk to me.
What up, Crypto?
What's going on?
Good. Hey, could I, if you don't mind, could you do a favor for the people out here? I'm going to tell you how to go by looking at Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin will go to 6,000 before the end of the year. And if you can do me a favor, if you go to your TradingView chart, and if you put in the 8-week, the 8-week view at the bottom, and look at, do me a favor, look at EOS, look at Litecoin and Bitcoin, and show the people what you see. You're going to see that down trend for Bitcoin and Litecoin, and you're going to see a heavy uptrend for EOS.
Yeah, we're going to talk
about... And I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah, man, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about EOS in a very strong bullish move as we approach mainnet launch. We're going to talk about that, bro. So do you want to...
It's not only for mainnet launch. By the end of the year, I don't think, and this is just my opinion, I don't think EOS going to be over the $20 mark before the end of the year.
Okay.
And if we don't see Bitcoin at 10,000 by September, I guarantee you we'll be right below 6,000 at the end of the year.
Why do you guarantee that? How do you know that?
Well, I'm not going to say how I know it, but if you just look at that chart, what I just told you, look at a 8-week chart and look at a 10-month chart.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And like I say, I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm going to continue to watch your videos, and you're doing an excellent job, brother.
I appreciate the call in, bro. Definitely. If you want to call back in to talk about the EOS a little bit more, you can. That's one of the topics for tonight. I don't know if we're going to hit that next or the third topic, but yeah, man, appreciate it. I'll check that out.
Okay.
Thanks. Man. Mm-hmm. All right, guys, make sure you call in 669-900-6833, and the code is 169-861-119. All right, so Sammy Zuku says too many big players getting into crypto for Bitcoin to be that low by the end of the year. I think I'm going to have to agree with you, Sammy. I don't think it's going to be that low. See, I don't ever put really prices on because it's a total guess. I said that the other day. No one really will know. I can give you some technical analysis and give you ranges based on what happens. But to know where it's going to be by the end of the year, I just don't think anyone does, you know, and that's what makes a market. Because I'll tell you this, if you knew what the price of Bitcoin was going to be, I'm sure you wouldn't be the only person. And then so what happens is it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, and the market will be at that price today. So that's just kind of my take on it. But will it be higher? I think so. Will it be at 100,000 like we thought last year, ending last year? We coming into 2018. Will it be at 100,000? Highly doubt it now. Highly doubt it. We're way too far, but we shall see. Freddie V, what's good, baby? How are you out there in NYC? Had a great time with you and the Webbot crew. Awesome time over there at Chelsea's Market. Let's see who else we got on the line. Is this someone new? I think this is someone new. Let's see. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Who's calling in?
Hey, Crypto Blood, how's it going?
Good, man. Who's calling in? What's your name?
Dwayne Kipling from Rock Hill, South Carolina.
Dwayne, have you called in before?
Yeah.
I thought so. Okay. What's good, Dwayne? How are you today, man?
Doing good. My question to you is, I watched a video earlier today about EOS and with the bugs and stuff. So if we see an uptrend, even though they have bugs, is that still like a good entry?
Well, I can't give you financial advice, but I will say this. The bug has been fixed from what I'm seeing. The research I've done, the bug has been fixed by actually Block 1 itself. So that's not a factor, but I will guarantee you there will be more bugs in the future. And so we'll have to see how that plays out. I would just, what I'm doing, my strategy is to have some dry powder on the side. So when the bugs occur, I can buy the dips, because there will definitely be some panic selling on those bug releases, and not releases, but when those bugs are discovered. So that's kind of just my strategy with it. I do think that we'll see EOS kind of fall after the launch of the mainnet. So that's why I'm out of my position, 75% out of my position, and I'm hoping to accumulate more tokens on the other side once I'm able to purchase. I'm
going to get some of that dry powder, like you say. Yeah. And I'm going to... one more question. What's your opinion on all these remote viewers and the Ouija boards on this crypto and this altcoin? What's your view on that?
Cleo Snip 4. I don't do the psychic stuff, man. I think I'll say this. I think there are people definitely with psychic abilities and psychic powers. Don't get me wrong on that. But when it comes to like predicting, financial markets and stuff, nah, it's just not. I don't think it's anything tangible there, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, because they would just use it for themselves. Because it with remote viewing, you have to. It's like it's a binary event. Like you either have to be right or wrong, right? It's not like if I'm, I have an algorithm that trades. It's right.
Like 007, James Bond.
Yeah, it's like I can be right. The algorithms that I run are right about 58 to 60% of the time. But that is not perfect. But with the remote view, I feel like it's a binary event. It's either you're right or you're wrong. I don't know. Man. This is my take. My 2 Satoshis on that.
All right. Well, thanks, Crypto Blood, and hopefully you'll watch Houston versus the Cavs.
No, man. No, bro. No. Don't say
Team
that.
Libra.
No, man. Okay, so if the Rockets and Cleveland are in the finals, who's winning that?
The King.
Yeah, I think so too. Unfortunately. All right,
well, I don't want to take up too much of your time, Crypto Blood, but thanks. I'm a fan, and enjoy your show.
All right, bro. Thanks, Dwayne.
All right.
All righty. So, I guess if no one wants to call in to talk further about this Litecoin news, we can go forward with the show. Let's see what Ronnie Jackson has to say here. What's up, Crypto Blood? Did you have a chance to watch Big's weird video about Veritasium and how Reggie is about to change the silver market? I have not, man. I have not. I don't know what is he saying. Like, how does he know that? I mean, I talked to Reggie when I was in New York. He told me a few things that he's working on, but I can't disclose them. But I don't know anything about silver, so you gotta let me know what he's talking about there. Let a brother know. So the next, let me see here. The next article, we'll go with stablecoin. So this is, I forgot the name of this site, but this is about the TUSD. I know a lot of you guys are not fans of stablecoins, or at least you weren't fans of USDT. I am, man. This is so important for you if you're trying to accumulate and preserve your capital in this game. If you're not just a hodler, you gotta use your stable coin. So there's a new one out. I told you guys about this earlier this week. Let me put this number back up here for you guys. 669-900-6833. Give me a call. The code is 169-861-119. All right, looks like Warriors are up 2 points. Oh yeah, already. Let's go, baby. Let's go. But so with the article though, it's talking about, it says here, Bitcoin is Trust Token is a platform to create asset-backed tokens such as gold-to-gold tokens or dollar-to-dollar tokens. And so they're just kind of asking different questions to RC, which is, I think he's the CEO possibly of Trust Token. CTO. He's the CTO. Raphael Kosman. He's the CTO and co-founder of Trust Token. John Knapp said he flipped his golf cart last year. Yeah, I know you did. I was on the course with you when you did that. Hilarious. Man, I wish I had my phone out for that one. But it says here, guys, that they asked my man, how do you maintain price stability for true USD? And so RC said, generally our policy is that Redeemability leads to stability. The value of the true USD token is that it can be redeemed for $1. There will only be as many tokens in circulation as there are dollars in the escrow account to collateralize the tokens. In the long run, this feature precedes price stability, since the price will return to $1 as long as the token continues to be redeemable. I don't know. I mean, that's what they all say, right? I do think it's good to have competitors in this space. I think there were like 2 or 3 other stable coins already out there, but it looks like this one is really has some big names behind them. Do you guys use stable coins, and is it healthy for the markets? I know for a fact it is. You gotta let me know though. You gotta let me know what you guys think about that. Someone said JSNP in jail. Is that what you're telling us, what you think where he should be, or are you telling me he is? I don't think JSNP is in jail. I don't wish jail on nobody. So Zotrak said he doesn't use stable coins. He uses alt mineable coins only. What is that, man? I don't know what that is. Help me out. Give me some examples. Free the opposition. That's funny. So what do you guys think? I personally think these are great tools. You got to have this in your war chest. Got to have the stable coin in there, especially in situations like this downtrend we've had since beginning of the year. If you would have just taken half of your tokens, sold them, you would have literally been able to double the amount of Bitcoin. I'm just using Bitcoin as an example. You would have been able to double the amount of Bitcoin you had. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's see what my people say. I'm gonna put this number back up. I had someone call just a second ago, but it looks like they hung up. So if you were that person, there we go. All right, let's get this person on the line here. Call on the line. It's your boy Crypto Blood.
Is it me?
Yep.
Oh, I just called. All right, it's Steve again. What's up?
Steve, yo.
I try not to blow you up.
No, you're good, man. I don't have too many people calling in tonight. They're scared, I guess.
I heard your last caller say that he want to take all your time, and I'm like, well, that's funny because I do.
Yeah, I'm like, talk, man. I'll believe me, I have no problem letting people know you got to go. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here.
So I don't really trust like a Tether. I don't have a reason not to, but like if it's not backed like by a very like credible source, like why would I? I'm not going to dump like 10, 20, 30 grand in there and be like, oh, I hope this works out for me. Like, you know what I mean? So like if you get a stable coin like backed by somebody who is worth it and like someone you can trust, like a reputable, a third party, I mean, like that's a blessing. Like I would be.
But Steve, what does that even look like? Like, how do we know we can't, with full confidence, trust anybody?
So, no, you're 100% correct. But in a crypto land, there's so much bullshit out there. It's like a land of scammers opposed to most other places. Mm-hmm. Now, I understand that you can't trust banks. You can't trust basically anybody. But like in crypto at this point in time, in the very like early part of crypto, which is now, I mean, like, my God, like there's so much shit coins out there and pump and dumps. Like you can basically only kind of trust about, I don't know, like maybe the top 20 coins. And I'm not saying those like in order, but there's like 20 to 50 projects that like I'm like, this is safe. All the other ones, I mean, like unless you're going to spend a lot of time and like verifying them and like shit like that. Like, I would be willing to wager that 50 to 75% of all the coins right now will fail. Because
I agree.
Like, they're not. There's no use for like their use case. Like, you know, because some things don't have to be like decentralized. And I know,
yeah, like, right. And we're just decentralizing it just to. That's like the hot buzzword and. Of this,
right.
of
so like,
time.
I don't like banks. I mean, no one trusts banks. But like, when it comes to like parking your money somewhere like online, I would. And like, it's kind of fucked up to say because I hate like regulators and I hate banks, but like that is far safer than like just having a hope and a prayer, ain't it?
So it is, but I think this one, Steve, is backed by some big people.
I heard that like Goldman Sachs is also doing one, so I've heard it like from a few like spots. Like I've heard, a bunch are working on having like the main stable coin.
Let me see here. I believe, man. Let me just see something here. I think that not Tether. God darn, I didn't mean to hit. Let me see. 1 second. I think Trust USD is maybe the one that Goldman is behind. Let me see.
Right.
I can't remember. They have some big people behind them. This Trust USD.
Right. So whether it's Goldman or like whoever. In crypto land, if they actually have like a real business that you can prove, that is more than probably 75% of the shit out there. So like that, you know, whether you like want to trust that or not, I can't believe I'm saying this. Like, I mean, I trust the banks in that instance because they actually have regulators that oversee them far more than I would trust, whoever.
Like Big O just said. Big O just said people hate banks, but it is really impossible to live without them. It is, man, because people got to realize like they're so like, oh, we got to get away from the banks, and I agree in theory, but
in theory,
right, but in principle, in practice,
right.
That's not ever gonna happen, man. We're because our whole system is we're playing their game. They're not playing our game. You see what I'm saying?
Well, banks are never going away. They might have to change their business model. The technology might disrupt things. But when you say banks are going away, you're really saying that the power structure is going away, and you're out of your fucking mind. You just are.
Yeah, they're out of their mind to think that the cryptocurrencies will eliminate the banks. Not at all. That what they'll do is just take over the cryptocurrencies as they're doing right now. We see it in front of our eyes. The regulation is coming in.
Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to talk to you about too. Like,
go ahead.
The whole thing, like you go to consensus. Well, I didn't go to consensus, but you watch it, and it's a different ball game now. Like it's not like just full of anarchists who want to disrupt the system. Like it's full of the system who wants to co-opt the anarchist. It's far different now, and that's going to happen. Like people seem to forget that the system is also like organization, right? And it's going to get far organized. You're going to have the very smart business minds and the movers and shakers. Actually come in. So it's not just going to be a bunch of anarchists we don't need banks and we're just going to run the whole show ourselves. That's not happening, bro.
No,
I mean, not in our lifetimes, not in the short term, maybe hundreds of years or
right. Yeah.
So that's why
that's what I'm saying too.
Important though. A stable coin is important because how you talked before, I'm not selling no fucking asset that's going to appreciate.
Right.
When I could, use a stable coin and I'm not going to lose value.
Now so, I'm telling you, man, I don't watch other people. I don't. So what I'm getting ready to say is just stupid, but I'm just going to say anyway. I have not heard anyone say that they see a stable coin being the replacement for everyday transactions, which it makes sense. That would be the thing that would replace this so-called fiat system that the governments have. A stable coin. It's going to be pegged 1-to-1 with whatever currency they use. just for us to be able to make our transactions and stuff.
Well, like money has to come from somewhere, and value has to come from somewhere. So like people think that things are just going to keep appreciating, and like there's not. I mean, you need a stable coin. Like have like things that like appreciate like against the dollar. You can't have a Bitcoin appreciating unless there's like a dollar that's falling apart, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like you're going to need a stable coin. Like you're just going to need it, especially for like a means of transaction. Like it's so vital. And like if you talk about like the Fed coin and all that shit, like it has to be stable. It's not going to be volatile. So in the short term,
my man Tracy Stark hit it right. Man, he nailed it. Listen to what he said here, Steve. He said the system is so deeply entrenched, we need either a revolution of conscience, which he says not going to happen with people who have no conscience. That's true. And then he says, or a violent revolution, also not going to happen. It's so true.
Well, like, I'm not saying a violent.
I'm saying he's giving those are the two,
but not over money.
Yeah, well, those,
money ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, not over money, but over food, water, and stuff. Yeah, we could see something like that. But
right. So
yeah, I don't know, man.
And oh my God, another note. Like I actually like appreciate like you are the only person who actually, and I've said this before, but like you actually take, small shots at Jay Snap. Like you're not like disrespectful, but somebody has to. Like, but somebody has to. It is very important. Like his last thing that he sold, like it just, dude, like it irks me like to no end. Like that Michelle White Dove report, right? Cliff has a background, like in crypto. She doesn't. I don't care if you're psychic or not, and I do believe in that. But that's besides the point. They only accept Litecoin, right? Cliff, he takes PayPal and he takes USD basically, right? So like when you only take a appreciating asset from people, like you are preying on their hopes and dreams because they want to make money, so they're desperate, and it's a very primal urge in people. So like it's like so scamish, and like I don't hear a peep out of anybody. I don't hear
Steve, what did they talk? Really they were talking about in the chat room just now that he's in jail. I don't think he is. That would have been all over the net. But what's going on?
I don't know if he is or
with
not.
him.
It's kind of hard for me to watch him lately, like because I'm like the tale of two tapes. So I believe in, I believe in like a lot of like different things in life. So like I support, people having like different views, like psychics and
absolutely, yeah, you gotta
remote
look at
viewers.
that.
Like that's cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the one distinction is when you only accept like Bitcoin or Litecoin. It's like, well, like you don't take dollars because you're screwing people out of something like that's going to appreciate. Really irks me, so I can't watch it. Like I'm like bullshit, and somebody has to call him out on it. So what I do know is he's not put out a video, and I checked like a few hours ago, but like it's been like 3 days. So, but like on that note, like I know we talked about taxes, but if people are only paying in Litecoin, so for you to buy something in Litecoin, that means that, like, especially like if you just bought it, like to buy this like shit report, like aren't you going to have to realize like capital gains, like short-term capital gains on that? So like these people are probably getting screwed, like they don't even know it until the IRS like gets the tools to come back and say, oh hey, like you bought some digital currency like 4 years ago, and like you owe like 30-some%, capital gains or whatever. Like it's just like a weird thing. Like I just don't appreciate it. I don't know, but you're the only one I ever hear like even mentioning it. Then you had that video from I don't know, like a year or so ago about that Ponzi that he was in. And like, you're the only one. You are the only one who said a lick.
But Steve, and it's not to hate, because I literally used to love watching Jay Snip 4. Like, that was every morning. That was my thing. I would wake up and watch his videos for the day. Like, so to see him go down that path, it actually truly hurt. It hurt me, and that's why I put the video out.
No, like, that's why, like, I say it though, like, because I appreciate that, because like, there's a way to go about it. In a way to now, because I like him too. Like, I wouldn't complain if I didn't like him. Like, if I thought he was like just like a straight piece of shit, I'd be like, yeah, whatever.
Right,
like,
right.
Like, everyone that knows him like says he's a good guy.
Yeah.
But yet no one's actually kind of calling him on this.
Right.
So like,
right. I
can't believe that everyone thinks it's like completely normal. Because if you watch him in the past like 4 months, it's nothing. Since the market's like shit, it's only hopes and dreams. And that comes to another point that I want to talk to you about. He has like 78,000 subs. You have 7,000, right? Right? You have had way more meaningful like interviews than him. You've had, if I can remember off the top of my head, David Siegel. You've had Reggie. You've had Nico Williams, right? So like, that should show you like where we're at.
I've got a good one tomorrow for you guys that me and Nick did on the blockchain, or not blockchain, the Block Party podcast. You guys are gonna enjoy this one tomorrow. So like, definitely guys, tune in tomorrow. We're gonna be, I think, publishing around 10 o'clock.
Nice plug.
10 o'clock Eastern time. So check it out.
So I can finish that thought. You have had a lot of very big interviews, and like, you do a very like meaningful job, and that shows you, like, the point I'm saying this, that shows you like where the market's at. That's why people are so depressed, because they're in it for the money. If you believe in the technology, like, there wouldn't be a disparity in like, he has 75,000, you have 7,000, right? Basically, like, what I'm getting at is you're not a pumper.
No,
you don't just pump shit just to pump shit and bring it. And bring that hope into people's souls.
Yeah, I know. I for sure know I could have more subs, but I truly, Steve, don't care.
No, but you're legit.
Yeah, I want to help people, inform people. Yeah, I want to help and inform people on a daily basis. Like I said, I've been in crypto for 5 years, bro. So I'm not new to crypto. Right. The reason I got in was the same reason I'm here today. So that's all I want to do, man. I don't really care. I truly don't care about the sub count at all. I'm surprised I have as many subs that I do. To the whole thing. To be honest with you,
that's the sadness to the whole thing, that all these people are so hopeful, like, to only make money, that your quality of work. I'm not dick riding. I can only imagine what half the people are saying, but like, I'm being honest, and people need to be honest.
No, everybody's like, cool in there. Everybody's. They're good in the chats. I would
Well, because you only have 7,000 subs. If you have 70,000, right? But no, like, that's
very true. And only 59 people on the live stream right now. Only 59 people. But hit that like button, people. I always forget, Steve. I forget to tell people that like my video, subscribe. I'm just here having fun, man. I honestly, and I love all.
You're doing what you want to do.
Yeah, I love all the subs and everyone.
Thoughtful. But like, that's the problem with crypto, though, is all these people are not. It's it's greed centered, and like, I get it, dude. Like, we're all greed centered. But like, you have to have a base of why you're here besides greed. It can't just be, I want to make money. Well,
Steve, stay on the line. Stay on the line for me. Hey, if you can stay on the line, Steve, that would be great, because I have another caller. I want to get to them really quickly. So just hold tight for me. And I'll get back to you. All right. Caller on the line. I'm sorry, I didn't even see you there. I was having that conversation with Steve. What's going on? Who's calling in?
Hey, Crypto Blood, this is Andy from Oklahoma. How are you?
Andy, how are you, sir?
Not bad. I saw I tuned in whenever you're talking about the stable coins, and thought I'd give you a call. First-time caller, long-time listener, and all that stuff.
Nice,
at least for crypto long-term.
Glad to have you on. Let me give you a round of applause there. So what's going on?
Man, I just wanted to call in and say, hey, love your videos. Really liked the McAfee video. the other day whenever he said, what, 15,000 by June or something like that.
I'm glad you brought that up because...
so here's what I want to say when I'll let you go.
Go ahead.
One thing that I like, think about is that somebody can tell you where a price is going or when a price is going, but they can't tell you both.
Right. There you go. There you go. That's it, man. That's it. I agree. I totally agree.
But anyways, yeah, what are you going to say about McAfee?
No, so the comments from that video, they weren't negative per se. They were just a lot of people were like, hey, I think he may be right. I think he can do it. I think it will get there. And then let me ask you this question. Let me bounce this off of you. I was talking to someone in the Telegram rooms, and I was like, do you really think we'll see 127 billion more dollars come in 1 month to double the market cap to get you, to 15,000?
Well,
and
Fundstrat, Tom Lee from Fundstrat, somebody brought him up. He's just a researcher. His research shows that for every $1 that comes into Bitcoin or crypto, it has the multiplier effect of 28 to 35 times.
That's what I was going to ask you. Yep, that's what I was going to ask you about.
I don't know if I believe that or not, but I think that's the
I don't believe that either. That's exactly what I was going to ask you. Your take on that, if you knew about that. I don't know what you want to call it.
It's too young of a market. Maybe you could compare it. Like go back and look at oil prices and 130 years ago. That's for the oil industry. Maybe that might give you a barometer, but we
don't have enough data, man.
Nope.
And we may never have, because these are different markets. You can't track all capital like that, inflows and stuff. It's just too hard to. I don't think we'll be able to have it accurate. Now, I will say it definitely doesn't. I don't think it's 1-to-1. I don't think for every dollar in the cap, but maybe 5x. Maybe somewhere around there, but no, I don't. Gango, call in, bro. Call in, get in queue, call in. But yeah, man, I wanted to ask you about that. So I don't know, man.
Did you? Did you another topic? Did you happen to look at that that privacy Monero fork that I sent you information about? Monero, kind of a child of Monero and Dash. Kind of looks interesting.
I saw you said that. No, I didn't get a chance to look at it.
It's a big speculative, not a high chance of working out, but it's interesting. But
I'll try to take a look at it, man. I'm so busy with just so many different things.
Oh no, I know.
I'll take a look at it when I get a chance, for sure.
All right, well, I'll definitely give you a call in.
Yeah, man.
Later on. So
Oklahoma. Thank you for calling in, man.
Oklahoma. Yeah. Have a good one.
Bye bye. All right, there. So I got a couple of questions I do want to tend to. One being, let me see. What the hell? Come on. One being, I'm trying to scroll back up here. Give me 1 second. Overcomer said something. I gotta find his other comment. God, this thing is moving so fast now. Overcomer. Oh, so Overcomer asks, why do I think EOS will go down? EOS will go down because it's the classic. Overcomer is the classic. Buy the rumor, sell the news. That's why EOS will go down, in my opinion. That's just how the markets work. So I think we'll see a dip after Mainnet launches. And that's if it launches without any bugs. If it launches with some bugs, it's really going to be a dip. There's some issues, I should say. There's really going to be some dips there. But that's why, man. And I think Overcomer had another question. I did see someone ask about Pillar. Man, Pillar is getting smacked. I'm glad I got most of my money out of that, man. I'm sorry. Pillar is currently at, let's see here, 18 cents. You guys still in Pillar? Let me know. I had to get out, man. Someone was saying it's going to be a great project. I saw them. I can't remember who it was. It's chat was moving kind of fast there. But I'm not confident on how well they'll do. You know, I mean, we can all speculate, but no one really knows because they don't have an actual product to really evaluate fully on. And, you know, we don't know how well they're going to do when they actually launch. Pillar is not below ICO price. ICO price was 5 cents, so it's at still above. If you bought in, I think it's 5 cents or 8 cents, somewhere around there. If you bought in at the ICO, you're still up, but boy, a far cry from its highs of $1.70. So that's a full decimal from here. I'm so mad I got out at 30 cents, but I didn't sell until I had more information that, to me, that I kind of grabbed and ascertained from the interview I had with Mr. Siegel. And this is nothing against Mr. David Siegel at all. I don't dislike him at all. I think he's smart, but it's just when I was listening to some of the things he was saying, I'm like, nah, I don't think this is. I got to kind of reevaluate and rebalance my portfolio because I was pretty heavy on Pillar. Still came out with a lot. And actually, when I sold, I went into EOS, guys, at like $6.90. So excellent move on that one. All right, Gangle. Let me get to Gangle, Steve, and then possibly we'll wrap up with you, Steve. So hang in there, Steve. Hang in there. Gangle, what's going on, brother?
What up, dude?
How are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Good. I gotta check my mail. Actually, I checked my mail. I didn't see the EOS keychain yet.
No?
You sent it, right?
Yeah, man. It went out. It went out Tuesday. I would imagine you would have it by now, but
well, I'll
it'll
check
be there when it's supposed to be there.
Yeah, I'll check Tuesday. Because everything will be locked down on Monday, Memorial Day. You doing anything for the holiday?
Yeah, man. Took my son down to Florida. Got some. It's not so nice. There's a storm coming in through the Gulf, so it's been raining the whole time. But got some friends that showed up today, so we're just hanging out, having a good time.
Nice, man. So let's talk EOS or EOS is how people like to pronounce it.
Let's talk EOS, man. Yeah, man, we're a few days away. It's been a long year and a quick year, depending on how you look at it. But it's all about to pop off, man. We'll see what happens. There's a lot of unknowns, especially with these bugs that came out yesterday.
But do you think? I think I heard that Block One patched it. Is that true?
Yeah, they patched it pretty immediately. One of the things that I admire about Dan Larimer is that he says that code is not law, as where Vitalik, some might call him, I don't know what the word, but anyways, so Larimer says code is not law, and he says that people are fallible, and we're going to write code, and there's going to be problems, and we can fix it. So that's why he wrote a platform that allows us to launch and be able to fix it without a hard fork.
Fix things, password recovery, people are going to lose passwords, all these types of things. Exactly. Real world application and usage of the blockchain.
That's right.
So there was something.
So I mean,
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. No. Go ahead, man.
So yeah, I mean that's why I'm pumped about EOS, and that's why I'm looking forward to the launch. Is I think it's going to fix a lot of things that are broken in the blockchain world. Because to your point, people lose passwords, things break. We need patches, we need fixes, and so. Being able to do all those things and have human readable account names and, being able to recover stuff, if I had forgotten my password every time, if I had to create a new account for Gmail, I'd, changed my password or forgotten, I'd have probably 100 accounts at this point. But
right.
So that's why I'm excited about, I believe, a lot of people want to say that EOS is the end all be all, and, and I want to believe that that's true, but, I think
it's one step further, right? It's just that one that next step. Like, I would never, if you retroactively think about this, like, if we place ourselves back in 1998 with Netscape and stuff, like, if I were to say Netscape is the end all be all, I would be retarded today. I would be looked at as a dumb ass, right? So that's how I kind of look at these blockchains. Ethereum helped pave the way for what we see with EOS, and maybe EOS will flourish and be the end all. Maybe it won't, but it will pave the way for even something better. Though I don't know, man. It seems like architecturally how this is set up, it will be able to upgrade and expand and grow, and I don't know,
Right. No, I'm with you there, man. And hopefully that's the case. And, it's, we gotta, like, let's look at, MySpace versus Facebook. MySpace was the shit when it was around, and then along comes Facebook, which was, centered around colleges, and then it got passed off to the masses, and now Facebook is what it is, So, we'll see. One of the things I was thinking about today, launch day, I've been in since day one and a big fan. I've been studying it since the beginning, read the white paper before period zero of the token distribution. But, now that we're getting down to the wire and getting ready to launch, like, I'm honestly getting a little nervous.
Yeah, absolutely. As you should be. As you should be. It's like having a baby. And like, you've got a kid, I've got a kid. when my wife was on that table, man, it was go time. I'm like, oh my, you're anxious, you're nervous. That's
right.
That's real, man.
110%. I'll tell you, one of the things I'm nervous about, man, is so right now we've got these block producers that, the EOS chain is going to be launched by the public. Block One has nothing to do with it.
Right.
And so we've got all these people that have, championed themselves as block producer candidates. And, as of the last couple of days, there's been a petition, well, not a petition, but a formal statement that's been signed by, I think it's 86 block producer candidates at this point, saying, like, we as candidates, believe in this and yada, yada, yada. We're going to launch this chain, and there's going to be only one main net, and we're all going to work together to do this, to launch this one main net, because there's been the speculation that there could be multiple chains that get launched, and, there could be, multiple EOS nets, and, it's up to the community to decide.
Right.
But so now we have all these block producers that are banding together, and they're saying, all right, we are going to launch one main net. Mm-hmm. We're not going to get butthurt if we don't get voted into the top 21, and we're going to support the network and yada, yada, yada. But where I get nervous is that we're walking into uncharted territory. And so in order to make this main net go live and have tokens be unlocked and tradable, there has to be
voting, right?
I think voting, and it's not, the tokens are not unlocked, and the chain is not considered live until 15% of tokens have placed their votes.
Right.
So 150 million tokens, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so leading up to this point, I've been thinking to myself, like, all right, who am I going to vote for? Da, 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 da. And, like, not going to lie, like, I got some homies in the pool that want to be block producers, and I'm going to throw them some votes, if not all of them. But at the end of the day, we have this new platform, and we have to upload our EOS private key in order to do that. And so if we want to be on the front lines and, one of the first people to help make this network go live, we're the 15%, we have to walk into uncharted territory and put our private key online to claim these tokens.
Yeah.
And so you know, in light of the bug that was announced yesterday and fixed immediately, you know, software is not perfect. And
Nope.
so, like, you know, that, like, so we have the ability to, you know, like, hack account recovery and but, like, it's just scary because it's uncharted territory, you know? So I'm a little nervous about, you know, like, my part of launching the network is being, you know, one of the first 150 million votes to help the chain to go live, but I'm nervous.
Just to interject, I've got Donald saying that Big says dissected EOS and the whole scam. He's talking to someone in the chat room. You must not be listening to his channel. So Donald, this is not a scam, bro. Like, you need to do your own research. I think you're probably listening to Bix for your information about EOS instead of just going directly.
Don't listen to Bix
just go directly. And I love Bix. You know, that guy is hilarious. You got to go do your own research. Go into the Reddit threads on EOS and look it up, man. It's not, I'm technical. I think my man Gangle is technical, maybe even more technical than I am. This is not some scam, bro. This is not BitConnect. This is some serious stuff, some serious money behind it, some serious technology.
You know, and I would even, to your point there, I would say stay away from Reddit. Don't even go into the Reddit threads, because that gives you the ability to come in contact with anybody that wants to talk shit or anybody who's misinformed, and they can say whatever they want. Go into the white paper, go read all the Steam It and Medium posts from Block One and from Dan Larimer and from any of the block producers, because the block producers, these are people that give a shit about the network, and they are noble groups that are, you know, I mean, they're trying to make $1, but they're also legitimately trying to support this network. And so, I mean, read official literature and not just Reddit, because, I mean, you can go down the rabbit hole on Reddit and end up, you know, selling everything off because you think it's a scam. EOS is not a scam, and a lot of people want to call it a scam because of the legal verbiage that they used in their white paper and that they use in all their disclaimers and all of their posts. But it's all true. The ERC20 token does nothing, and it has no value, and Block One themselves are not entitled to give you it. Like, they don't have to give you anything.
Right. There was no, and I have to remind people, was there any terms of service for Ethereum when it launched?
Probably not.
I don't think so. So
I mean,
people use it every day, though, right?
This, so I don't know.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't think there was, man. At least they're spelling it out to cover themselves legally, man. But yeah, I mean, I agree. It's going to be, to get back on topic, I think it's going to be very stressful time. And anyone who says they're not stressful about it, they're lying like none other. It's definitely going to be stressful to see this all kind of pan out. But in life, man, in order to take things to that next level, you got to push that envelope to the max, to where, you know, when you're uncomfortable is when you're able to take it to that next level. So this is going to be great for the community. Whether it bombs, fails, and they have to patch everything together and get it running, it's not going to end the project. The project is going to continue to run and improve and get better. So some serious people behind.
I'll tell you this, man. I'll tell you this, that if, you know, worst case scenario, everything bombs, everything fails, and the token price just plummets, that'll make me a happy man, because I'll have some more. But yeah, I will buy everything that everybody wants to sell. I can't, like, I talk about token price with people, and they're like, well, if you believe it's going to go here, why don't you, you know, like, I'm dollar cost averaged in at 78 cents right now. So, like, It's more of a pride thing for me buying anything, you know, I don't know, over $1, I guess.
Yeah, Donald, I'm just responding, Donald. Definitely time will tell. I'm not saying it's going to be a bug-free platform. It won't be. Just my understanding how to develop software and stuff is absolutely won't be. But it's not a scam. It's definitely not a scam.
It's absolutely not a scam, and it won't be bug-free, and nothing's bug-free, and Ethereum's not bug-free. Look at
Ethereum has lost more. Ethereum has lost more money.
Random developer who killed something. You remember that when he just like he was poking around in the code and he wrote he wrote kill something in one of these wallets and it locked up like $300 million worth of ether. And we're how many years into ether?
A lot of money. It has lost a lot of money, and you know, when it launched the DAO and the split Ethereum Classic and what we know is Ether today, that it's very buggy, and it, to be honest with you, in its current form, it's just not going to be a viable solution for real blockchain technology to run on it.
Right. And let me backtrack for posterity's sake. That was not an Ethereum bug. Now that I think about it, that was a parity
wallet bug. Yeah.
Only in multi-sig, but how parity still is around, I have no idea. But that's neither here nor there. But I'm excited, man. You know, I mean, it's gonna take some time. The launch is gonna happen. We'll see. You know, how these first 150 million votes roll in and when the chain goes live, and you know, it's an exciting thing. But there's a lot of projects, there's a lot of airdrops, so anybody who's holding on to those EOS that you know, won't sell and is just holding tight, like, you're gonna be rewarded. And you know, it's we're early adopters, and so, you know, I think that we will be handsomely rewarded as a result. Yeah, good luck to everybody. I'm excited. I know you are, and I hope other people are, and whoever is in the room talking scam right now. I'm at the beach, not looking at a computer. I'm on my phone, so I can't read whatever you're saying. But have faith. It's coming. EOS is coming. It's gonna be a big one. And I'm gonna get going, Blood. Right, but
yeah, thanks for calling in. I'll be looking for that EOS keychain next week, bro. Have a safe holiday.
Be on the lookout. I will, man. And before we sign off, I don't know how much you know, but let's talk about this at some point. I think it's the next to EOS. I think it's the coolest project in crypto. But look into Skycoin and Skywire. I'm spending my vacation at night building a Sky miner for the test network that is already live. But I think Skycoin is also one of the next big things.
I keep hearing about Skycoin. I got to really take a look at that. Donald talking about Digibyte. Are you into Digibyte?
I had a bunch of Digibyte at some point. I think Digibyte is a cool project. You know, it's another one of these platform projects. You know, I think it's cool, and we'll see what they do with it. You know, I think there's room for lots of things in this space, but Skywire is something very different than most of the projects that exist in crypto today, and they are trying to replace Comcast and the few other ISPs that have a monopoly on the space right now.
Good luck.
It is a baller project, and I'm super pumped on it. So read into that, do some research. I'll send you some links on Twitter, and we can, you know, maybe after we recap the EOS launch, we can dive into Skywire.
Yeah, man, sounds good, man. I'll talk to you. Thanks.
All right, brother. Peace.
All righty. All right, Steve, if you're there, I'm going to be wrapping up with
I'm
you.
here, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to be wrapping up with you. This will be the last little conversation we have for the night. Warriors, it's looking like 50-45 Rockets. Not fourth quarter. Oh, that would be horrible. Second quarter, 4 minutes and 10 seconds left. Come on, Warriors. But what's going on, Steve? What are your final thoughts for tonight, man?
I got a few things. Did you hear? Well, you're on Twitter, so Vitalik, he got a job offer from Google.
Yeah,
what was your thoughts on that? You think he's trolling the shit out of him? You gotta be trolling him.
I think he's gotta be trolling. It gotta be trolling him. I think that was a troll. Yeah, he was trolling him. Yeah, I don't think for one instance he's ever considering going to work for Google.
No, I don't think it's a smart move, like posting personal emails online like that. But to each their own. It's kind of funny though. I think Google is the evil empire, and he's here to break things like that. I guess for sure.
Donna, you FOI. Okay, I see you in there, man. Yeah, man. So, what are your thoughts? What are your final thoughts, though? You think EOS? Are you following that project?
Oh, of course I am. I sold off. I think timeline 3-4 months ago. It peaked at I think $20, and I was like, well, I gotta take the cash. I got a bunch of cash sitting on the sidelines.
Nice.
So I don't want financial advice, but I want a opinion. I heard your last caller say that the airdrops will make it worthwhile, but I do think after a mainnet launches, obviously the price is probably going to drop. And
yeah, I'm out, man. I got out
more then.
Yeah, you're out. Yeah, I got.
So you don't care about airdrops and shit like that?
No, I got 75% out. And that was from a move from I added to my position when I got out of Pillar. I added to the EOS at $6.90 something cents. So I took 75% of that profit off the table, and now I'm just gonna wait for the main launch to happen. Yeah, and then kind of get in, because it's gonna be a process. The tokens aren't gonna be available right away. People are gonna have to vote for the mainnet. Then whoever has a mainnet is gonna have to develop a way for you to get your tokens, and it's gonna be a little transitional period. So I'm let me take my stuff off the table and just kind of wait it out, man. But exciting times though, for sure.
The one person who was asking about it being a scam, and I get that. If you're not heavy in the space, and you hear a lot of different opinions, especially Bix. He's shitting all over it, and that's okay. I appreciate all different opinions, and that's what makes us learn more, different opinions like that, whether you agree or not.
Right.
I have, I watch a shit ton of crypto videos, and a lot of people generally talk about Ether, and you talk about Bitcoin, and I would say third to that, the movers and shakers. It's all they talk about is EOS, basically. As far as another coin that's not very obvious, that's all they talk about. A lot of people are so hyped on EOS, and people that know what they're talking about. You can't have that many people believe in it and it being a scam. You know what I mean? So that's my opinion. I'm not. I don't have the background that you have, right? So I have to rely on my senses, basically, to tell me what's legit and what's not.
Mm-hmm.
And I can read things in that, but if you don't have a background, it's very hard to tell.
Yeah, it is. But that's what I'm very concerned with people who are, again, I love Bix, but Bix doesn't have a technical background. I would rather someone to say, hey, I'm listening to Cliff. Cliff said don't mess with it because it's gonna flop, and then I think he says it's gonna have a long trailing tail of, it's gonna basically increase over a longer period of time. I believe that's what he said. But I would rather someone say they're listening to what Cliff is saying versus someone non-technical because
well,
the meat, the secret, the sauce is it's all the secret is in the technical aspect of EOS, not the surrounding the ICO of EOS.
And exactly, like that's why, like I brought it up, like because I don't have a technical background, so for whoever that person or these people are, I spend a lot of time, because I'm allowed to at work, like listening to all different like points of views, and besides obviously Bitcoin and Ether, that's what I hear the most. Bitcoin, obviously Ether, and you can expect that. And third, people who know what they're talking about are very excited about like EOS. And I'm not saying you have to take their opinion,
right?
But when they have a background in that, it's a lot more credible. Like on Dix, like just calling them pedophiles.
Yeah. Right.
Like I actually saw a video like right before like your live stream. Like I was back at the store, and I always have headphones in there. And I'm like, who like the Hodge twins are?
The who?
Hodge twins.
They're over in Asia.
No, they're two like black dudes like who are brothers, and they used to make like non-crypto videos, right? Like just they have a YouTube following, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, like they switched to crypto, and in my opinion, it probably actually hurt their brand, so-called. But like, who cares? But I happen to see like one of the videos pop up my feed, and when I put EOS, and I was listening to it like literally like 3 hours ago, and like he's like, oh, then you got one dude calling them pedophiles. Like, I don't know about all that, and I just started dying laughing because he's talking about your interview with fucking Bix calling them pedophiles and shit. So
yeah, it's funny that if people are gonna play the pedo card,
you better have some evidence.
Not only that, then you can't be in Bitcoin either. You can't be because he's part of the Bitcoin Foundation. So what are people's Brock? He's on the board of the Bitcoin Foundation.
I know that.
Yes. So like. I don't.
People are people, and projects are projects. One person is not a project. Like a person's actions do not dictate the success of software. Like it's not compatible. It's not the same thing. Yeah, I think he had a video out, and I now watched him basically, since your video, and I do like this. Like it's just very conspiratorial. That's okay, but I think he had a video out. Like today or like the last couple of days, like saying that, are they going to jail? Like he said that because the video title, and just trying to remember, so it might not be perfect. Like he said, because the CFTC is looking into Bitcoin manipulation. So then he asked if Block One was going to be affected, by something like that because of his whole rant about them holding all that Ether money and they're going to crush it. So he had a video on that.
Yes, so those are there's no, to me, that type of statement. There's nothing there. There's baseless. He's kind of trying to connect dots where there, to me, is nothing there to connect. Why would you
No. I totally agree. And I'm all for different opinions, but I'm just throwing that out there. Like other people are actually commenting on Vic's point of view. And,
man, I love Bix. This is why I love Bix, because he's unapologetically himself,
right?
And he's gonna have a conspiratorial bend on a lot of things, and I'm with that. Like I said, I love that because he's being himself. To me, he's honest to himself, at least. You know what I mean? It may come off like he's a shill for different things or whatever, but I think at the end of the day, he's a good guy. And that's why I mess with him. You know what I mean?
I don't mind if people are conspiratorial as long as you're genuine. Or,
as long as you're genuine, right?
He's that way too, and that's okay, man. Entitled to your point of view. It's whatever. EOS is going to be what it's going to be. So that's good to know that you are not. Because I was thinking, should I buy EOS again and dump all that money into it, or should I wait till after mainnet launch.
No,
you know, if you're going to do that.
If I were in your position, I would wait. Yeah, I would wait. If I were in your position.
Yeah.
Hey, Donald. I want to just comment to Donald. Yeah, man. I actually reached out to Trace Mayer, maybe about 3 months ago. I didn't hear back from him. And Max, that's my guy. I've never seen Max on too many other shows. I was talking to Nick about that. But I guess it wouldn't hurt to ask him to come on, huh? So I'll reach back out to Trace.
Did you meet him?
Oh, yeah. He follows me, man. He likes my work.
Yeah, that's right. You said that.
Yeah, so I saw him down in Miami.
I appreciate Max.
Yeah, I got a chance to finally link up with him down in Miami. We were, DMing each other that whole weekend in Miami. And the last day I was able to finally connect with him. And it was awesome, man.
So like as as Max's career goes, Russia Today, RT was forced to register as a what's what I'm looking for, like a agent of Russia, like they are a propaganda wing of Russia, which is bullshit. I'm sure they have pro-Russian news. I mean, you're not gonna shit on who pays for you, but that's a little overboard, I think. So I don't know if that kills his mainstream credibility. I'm sure it does, in the minds of, the layman. But that's unfortunate.
One thing I do want to, because I just saw this, and then this is so true. 1-2 in the chat room said, do you remember when Vitalik made that really inappropriate porn comment about children or something he was saying? Do you remember that?
Not really. Can you elaborate?
I forgot what and I reported on it actually on one of my videos when it happened, but he made a very
can you look
suspect.
It up?
You probably can. He made a very suspect comment regarding children pornography or something like that. And
what do you say? I want to know. Someone's got to tell me that, because that is not a regular point of view to just randomly bring up. So I remember, where are you going with that?
Yeah, it was weird, man. He was responding to someone else's. It was a thread, and he made an example out of some pedo stuff, and it was really strange, man. And that's what I'm saying. You can't. We don't know who Satoshi is. Satoshi could have been a pedo. He could have whatever. It could have been a group of whatever. You make it up. You're fancy. Does that change what the underlying technology is and how it can possibly liberate us and give us back some of our freedoms in some aspect? It doesn't. So use the technology.
It's a sidebar.
It's a sidebar. Right. So I'm gonna wrap it up here, man. I gotta get out of here. It's halftime.
Can I ask you just one more quick thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, one, are you close to Rochester?
Yeah, I'm pretty close to Rochester Hills. You talking about in Michigan?
Oh, your boy. Yeah. Oh, your boy Don's gonna be there probably at the end of June. And he's probably too shy to ask you, but he wants to catch up with you.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I'm down for that. If he's gonna be in Rochester, we can meet maybe down in Birmingham. Yep, we can do that. So just have him.
You got some more things. He's gonna be there for close to 3, 4, 5 days, something like that. And
sweet. Tell him to reach out to me and we'll coordinate something.
Yeah. He's at a wedding. That show again. Then, so last time we talked was about consensus. So what's your closing thoughts on consensus? It's obviously a lot of movers and shakers now. They had a lot of people. I mean, I can't see how people can be upset about the market. Yes, you can be upset about the price, but if you're like me, man, I get excited when the price drops. I'm I can get more. I mean, seriously, I get excited. I'm shit, I can get so much more. Yeah,
the problem is many of us have used up all of our dry powder buying the dips, and it's been continually dipping lower and lower. So many people don't have any more dry powder to take advantage of dollar cost averaging down. And
right, I hear you. I don't have that problem. I actually, I'm pretty lucky right now. waiting to buy a house. So like I have like, you know, extra money like every week, and I'm happy to buy.
Nice.
But like those opportunities are there, right? Like, so like if you're like a long-term like believer, and, like you got extra cash, like yes, it sucks like short-term, like oh shit, you know. I'm sure it's hard for someone like you who got into Litecoin and you said like 55
cents.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, man. Like I'm sure it's hard for you to be like, oh, like I'm gonna buy an extra Litecoin at $100. Yeah, fuck that. Like,
yeah.
No, I get it, but I mean, like a lot of people are not here for 5 years. You know. So.
Yeah.
So what's your closing thoughts on like consensus though?
Consensus,
it was, like overall positive.
I didn't like. I mean, I wasn't. I caught the tail end, so I was there Thursday. It actually ended on Wednesday, but a lot of people stayed over. I was at.
So you got that award.
Yeah, I was at the CIA, the Crypto Influencers Awards. That was kind of chaotic. They had 2 cancellations on venues, so they had 24 hours to pick another location. So it was pretty disorganized because of that. And but overall, I met a lot of great people. Met Chris Dunn, talked to him, talked with Tone Vase for about 45 minutes. Of course, kicked it with Reggie. He was there. And met the owner of Bats. Not Bats. We want to call it Brave browser. Yeah, yep, exactly. He was there. So it was cool. From what I'm hearing though, consensus, the wave was nowhere near what it had been in the past. It's very corporate. It was all about pitching these ICOs that, you know, really wasn't moving the culture forward. So I don't know, man.
Well, like ICO part, like, I mean, ICO, I mean, like, it seems like that market is kind of dried up. Like, people are like, you know, unless you got like some killer project, it's, you know, a lot of people are not really, you know, I'm not looking at any ICOs. I'm like, you know, I don't trust half of that shit. And like, it's so much energy to look into every fucking project that comes out. It's like a full-time job.
The thing is, man, but, I met a couple guys that had some projects there. I didn't get a chance to talk to anyone, with ICO, but there were some that had already launched. ICOs, I don't know, man, like, maybe they'll do well on the next leg up. The ones that you participate in right now, I don't think they're gonna do well right now, like we experienced in 2017, where right when it hit an exchange, you're up 5x. My thing with ICOs, there are a lot of great ideas. I cover some of them. There are a lot of great ideas. The idea is not the issue. It's execution of it, and who's gonna hit critical mass first. Who's going to be able to capture the audience faster than the competitor, to where it makes it very hard for the competitor to ever catch up? Because, you know, in internet companies and stuff, when you're dealing with internet businesses, it's that threshold that you hit where you win, basically. You know, it's the Facebook effect, it's the Amazon, it's the Google. When you hit that threshold, you've got it. You know, you win. So it's a gamble. We don't know which ones are going to do that.
Well, I heard 2 things. I heard like like all the big money is actually, you know, buying up like ICOs before anyone has a shot. And then I also heard,
that's true too. Yep, that's true.
I also heard him talking about on CNBC. You know, not like I, you know, like preach like CNBC stuff, but I do appreciate them, you know, having somewhat of a, you know, dialogue on crypto, you know, opposed to like everyone else, you know, like, you know, basically like on a, you know, daily or, you know, like every other day basis. They were saying that like development is happening here and adoption is happening like in Asia. So like here, you know, the foundation's being laid and everyone's waiting for, you know, the SEC and CFTC, you know, hoping like that they don't fuck it up. But in Asia, since they're already a cashless like society, like it's a more seamless move, you know, like into crypto.
Yeah, I can see that. So, yep, I can see that for sure. Yep, for sure.
But you have to expect that it's going to be more suits like going forward, obviously. You know, because that's what we actually need now. Because like, yes, we're early adopters, but the hardcores, they're here. So like unless like you get a radical, like price like increase, it's not going to bring any tension, which I'm sure that the institutions clearly don't want that. Like what they want is like to get regulations clear so they can move in, and then whoever's on the outside is probably fucked. I happen to think that hopefully like everyone who's here right now is going to do well, like because it's never happened before that people like me and you are in like before the institutions. Never. Not in anything.
Yeah.
So like if you pick the right projects, you're probably pretty fucking lucky. And that's what I think. And that's what like that's why there's more suits, and that's why like people are like, oh, it's not the same. Of course it's not the same. But it not being the same means that we're actually heading somewhere. It's hard for some people to see that because it's a subculture, a like anarchy, like overthrow the current system culture. But to break it to you, you need that actual system to move forward. So I will leave it at that, sir.
Yeah, man. Thanks, Steve. As always, love the conversation, man. And make sure you call in next week, bro.
Always a pleasure.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Take care. All right, people. Polly B, what's good, man? Thank you. We always have good conversations in Telegram. So Polly B, thank you for you've been chatting in the chat rooms, asking me questions, but I'm sorry I couldn't get right to them. But yeah, man, I think social engineering with the cryptos, I'm not too sure. I just there's not enough evidence of it. Of course, there could be that being the case with cryptos, but I think they're able to be, cryptos is not used by many people percentage wise globally. So I don't think they will use that avenue as a means to do social engineering, man. So I don't think there's any real evidence of that right now, but I could be wrong because I haven't looked into it. So again, that's just my thoughts on it. But just want to tell everyone, thank you again for participating in Off the Chain with Crypto Blood, episode number 8, another one down. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, I want to give a shout out to my man John Hill, the friendliest troll ever, and my man Big O for the super chats. I'll holla at y'all. Peace.